guys, welcome back to Dino Domain. Now in today's video, I decided that, I've played Dinosaur Arcade for a little over a year, and I want to make a top 3 meta video. Now I know a lot of you guys probably have your own opinions. Let me know what they are in the comment down below, but I think today what I'm about to give is a respectable top 3. So let's get straight into it. Coming in at 3rd place is Speed Build Dinosaurus. This thing is one of the fastest apex predators that can run you down, distance you, and bleed you to death. And when it comes to the Dinosaurus' rebirth cards, I use a full speed deck. Now this Dinosaurus already has an incredibly fast speed, and its first ability enhances your speed by 40% over a period of 2 seconds while sprinting. We're making this speed build and having 6% speed across all 3 cards, not 4% like I do. You want 6%, and you want to aim for armor reduction. But when you do this, it makes it incredibly easy to kill tripods. It makes it incredibly easy to catch up to other dinosaurs and just slaughter them down with your bleed damage. And lastly, it makes it so easy to distance yourself, to predict other dinosaurs, and then follow it up with your number 1 ability. Hence why I believe this build is incredibly broken. Now when it comes to the Dinosaurus' abilities, its first one is disgusting paired with a speed build, with 6% speed across all rebirth cards. Savage Charge. While sprinting, gain an instant speed boost of 40% speed and invincibility over a period of 2 seconds. Now like I said earlier, the Dinosaurus has 2 ways of using its first ability, paired with a speed deck build of rebirth cards. You can run at dinosaurs at an incredibly fast pace and hunt them down, or you could use the first ability to pick apart apexes that normally beat the Giga using distancing. Now when it comes to the Dinosaurus' second ability, you do 100% base damage, but anyone hit receives bleed, 6 damage for every 9 seconds. Now with a speed build Dinosaurus, you're essentially going to bleed them and stay distance with your enemies, so they slowly wear out over time. Now when it comes to the Dinosaurus' third ability, it's like its second, Rend. Invalidate large health pools with a maiming bite, dealing 31 damage or 100% base damage, and anyone hit receives bleed, which deals 3% of their maximum HP damage for 3 seconds. However, the bleed damage is capped at 60. With that said, let's get straight into the second best meta. And like I said before, comment down below what your top 3 is and why. Coming in at 2nd place is the Dodorex, paired with speed and damage rebirth cards. This thing is an absolute beast, however it does have its weaknesses, hence why it's 2nd place and not 1st. Now when it comes to the Dodo's rebirth cards and what just further elevates the Dodorex, is a blend of ferocious and brisk cards. I decided to go 2-to-1 ratio with damage and speed. Now these abilities aren't just for the little Dodo chicken, it's for the Dodo Rex. Now the Dodo Rex is pretty damn good. It has a high speed, it can run very fast, however it reduces in stamina a lot, and it just has a little less speed than some other dinosaurs, such as the Allosaurus, or the Carno, or the Smilodon. So I used that speed to really make it just slightly faster so it can catch up to them. And I used the damage to just make it even more broken. Now I know I don't have the best cards right now, but this is what you want to aim for. You want to aim for 6% speed, armor reduction. For the damage cards, you want to aim for 6% damage and a reduction of 9% armor. This isn't the best combination, but it's decent. Now when you have your rebirth cards in place to just make it even more broken, you're going to want to prioritize its first ability, which is going to transform you into the Dodorex. Now when you engage in a fight, you want to use your double jump, the second ability, following it up with its third ability, the missile, and then you want to transform and slaughter down your prey. Now you want to be very cautious. As soon as this duration is done for, your Dodo is very vulnerable. Hence why I don't have this at the number 1 meta, but it's still extremely broken. Now when it comes to the Dodorex's weaknesses, I'd say extremely fast dinosaurs are its kryptonite. They can outrun your Dodorex duration and then kill you when you transform back to a Dodo. So be cautious. Now when it comes to the Dodo's other 2 abilities, double jump and living missile, they're only going to be used either to approach enemies and transform into the Dodorex, or to escape enemies when the duration of the Dodorex is done, where you transform back to a Dodo and they can essentially kill you immediately. You use these 2 to escape or to engage in fights. And number 1, Armored Suchomimus. Running a full deck of armor cards for the Suchomimus is probably the most broken strategy so far. It can face tank Brachiosauruses, Spinosauruses, and at a full armor of 87%, it's unkillable. Now when it comes to the Suchomimus's rebirth card build, and in what makes it the best meta as of right now, you want to run full armor. The Suchomimus already has an unbelievably high rate of 18 armor, and you want to enhance this so it can face tank bigger dinosaurs such as the Brachy, such as the Spinosaurus, and obliterate them in battle. I'm running an 82% armor increase build for the Suchomimus, and to increase your rates of getting armor cards, you want to use a bulwark fruit, which looks like this on the top right. And though the second stats aren't that good, such as health reductions and damage reductions, just getting the 27% card is amazing, but you can elevate that even more by just having swim speed reductions across all of them. But these are the rebirth cards I used for the Suchomimus, and is what makes it the best meta as of now. When it comes to the Suchomimus' abilities and why it's the best meta in Dinosaur Arcade right now, paired with a triple-decked armor build, its number 1 ability is Crocodile Mimic. After sneaking for 3 seconds, you turn invisible for up to 5 seconds. Using this ability, it gives you enough time to sneak up to a dinosaur with your triple-deck armor build and face tank them to death. Now when it comes to the Suchomimus' second ability, it's significantly better. Aquatic Blast. Unleash a huge blast of water in the direction you are looking, dealing 250% base damage, slowing them down, and anyone hit is knocked away from the hit center. Using this second ability allows you to catch up to faster predators, and as well this ability can snipe at a shockingly large range, however it dehydrates you. That is why I recommend you upgrade your hydration stat. And lastly, the Suchomimus' final ability, Ebb and Flow. Activate to empower your next 3 attacks to deal 25% more damage. Any one hit is slowed by 30% movement speed for 4 seconds and replenishes your thirst by 12%, making it extremely difficult for your enemies to escape you. Now, I obviously know you guys will disagree, but I think this is a respectable top 3. You have a Giganotosaurus speed build, a Suchomimus armor build, and a Dodorex damage and speed build. Let me know in the comments down below what your top 3 is and why. Peace out, yo.